It's sad news, but it's safe to say Xbox is crashing. Since the OG days, I have been an Xbox fan. I loved the Xbox 360. I had the Xbox One. I have an Xbox One Series S. Yes, that's it, with the overly complicated names. It's been clear cut now for many years that the Xbox One is obviously losing in the console wars. I know they don't really exist anymore, but that's because they have lost so bad, really. PlayStation and even Switch have obviously been outperforming them in pretty much every way. But what Xbox has, which they don't have, is Game Pass. And Game Pass is still pretty good. Loads of new games are coming out on Game Pass, and I pay for Game Pass. It's a pretty good service. Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you already know that anything is an Xbox campaign is a thing. And yes, they're trying to push Game Pass onto anything. That is why we're seeing so many of these big games, Xbox exclusive games, now dropping on other consoles like PlayStation. Recently, we have just had Xbox's pride and joy, Forza Horizon, drop on the PlayStation. It is great for PlayStation fans. Enjoy that game. It is a good game. And now they are also dropping a new updated version of Gears of War 1, even though they've already kind of updated it. But I'm guessing they've updated it to more optimize it for the PlayStation crowd and kind of get people hooked on Gears of War. Because Gears of War is a brilliant franchise. I love all these games. And you know what? For the gaming industry, this is all great. But for Xbox, it is not. Because what is the point in owning an Xbox console these days? For all these other consoles, this is great. But for Xbox fans who always buy the Xbox consoles and enjoy Xbox, this kind of sucks because they've now upped the price of every Xbox console, which already exists. It's been out for years, and they're upping the price at least roughly $100 per console. So the Xbox Series S, the one which I have, which isn't fully 4K or anything like that, that retails for $299, which was kind of a fair price at the time. Now I'd say it probably should go down a bit because it is very dated compared to all the other consoles. You can get PlayStation 5 for a similar sort of price. But instead of dropping the price, Microsoft thinks it's an absolutely smart move to up the price to $379.99. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Xbox Series X has gone from $500 to $600. And better yet, the 2TB version of the Series X has gone from $600 to $730. What is going on with the gaming world? I know that there's a lot of tariffs being put in place recently. Granted, I don't know too much about that. I'm from the UK. We've not really heard too much of that. But I can't help but think this is a partial result of the Nintendo reveal. Yeah, they've been revealing that games are going to be $80. The physical games are going to be $90. And some of these games aren't even going to be physical. They're going to have a physical copy of a box. It's going to be a physical box with a digital code. And you're going to be paying an extra $10 for that. Great move, Nintendo. But as soon as them prices were announced, I knew it straight away. I was like, this is it. Game prices are going to rise. Console prices, I did not predict that of previous gen consoles. That's absurd. You're supposed to drop the price, not raise the price. What are you doing? Just, oh my god, this is diabolical. I'm lost for words. Yo, it's Future Mark. While editing this video, I've just realised I said previous gen consoles when it's actually current gen consoles. But let's be honest, the PlayStation 5 has a PlayStation 5 Pro, which is probably more current gen than the original Xbox Series X, which came out in, November 2020, I think it was. So it's 5 years. This console's been 5 years old. So my point is still pretty valid. It is getting pretty dated for a console, considering the PlayStation has a PS5 Pro, which is obviously going to massively outperform the Xbox Series X. Maybe not massively outperform, but the PS5 already outperformed the Series X anyway. So yeah, the Xbox Series X is pretty behind, let alone the Series S. There's absolutely zero doubt in my mind that the game price of any console game is going to skyrocket because of the value.
Should we be expecting in the Switch 2 generation as far as how much we're going to be spending on these games?
Yeah, I would say that we're not really looking to establish a benchmark for pricing. We look at every game and every experience and determine what we believe is the right price point based on that experience.
But the main point of this video is, what point do you just sack off Xbox consoles? I know they were kind of pushing away from the console side anyway, but by punishing people who want to play an Xbox by upping the price is a very, very daft move of doing so. For $730 for the 2TB Xbox Series X, you can build a pretty decent gaming PC that will play all these games anyway. It might not be in full 4K, but you will play them at a higher refresh rate than the console most likely. And that's if you're buying new parts. If you're buying used parts, you'll get a lot better. You'll get full 4K performance. I'm selling used PCs for cheaper than that price, which could easily outperform a PlayStation 5 Pro, let alone a console that has been out for a good few years now. I'm not just trying to preach PCs, but you can obviously get games incredibly cheaper, and even better yet, you don't have to pay for any service to play online. Paying $730 for an outdated console and then paying extra for online service, it just doesn't sound good, does it? I personally think moving to the anything is an Xbox campaign is quite a good idea, because then you get games like Gears of War and Forza going onto the PlayStation, and you never know, PlayStation might potentially get Game Pass at some point. But with the new price of games reaching a whole new high, I reckon Game Pass price is going to go up to at least 35% increase very soon. It won't surprise me if it goes up to a 50% increase. I hope it doesn't, but it's going to go up there soon. I'm just a bit disappointed with the direction that gaming is going. What do people think? The Xbox have any grounds to actually stand on for upping the price of old consoles? Obviously, what we think is irrelevant. They're going to do it regardless. Well, that's pretty much it. This video is there just to kind of show you guys what on earth is going on at the moment. And yeah, just to have a rant about it and get it off my chest, because it's just... someone like me who's into the game kind of like journalism stuff and actually really deep dives into what is going on in the world, this is just bloody ridiculous, man. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, do all that. It really does help. It's Mark from Monitech. Thanks for watching.